But anyway, man, what happened in this vid is a dude walked into his home. Now, remember I said his home, and he was looking for some clothes. He was about to head out somewhere, I guess. And he saw another man's clothes, right? Now, he turned around and he gonna check the woman about it, right? And that's cool. You could do that if that's what you want to do. But he checked the woman about it. What happened is she ended up telling him, well, you could just leave. And he was like, wait a minute. What you mean I can just leave? She said, yeah, that's right. You can just leave. Now, he could have just left. He ended up just leaving. But why did he have to leave? Because it wasn't his crib. He moved in with her. Now, in that video, he told her over and over, I pay all the bills in here. I pay all the bills in here. And I asked y'all a question. Somebody put it in the chat and tell me what's the main problem with paying? What's the main illogical issue with paying all the bills in a woman's crib? I'm talking about going to work to pay all the bills in a woman's crib. What's the crazy part about that? What part of that doesn't make any sense? That's one part of that that doesn't make sense. Now, none of it makes sense, but there's a main aspect of that that's just plumb dumb. Somebody put in the chat what that main aspect is. Yeah, you never want to live with a woman. Yeah, cool. Living with a woman, moving in. Yeah, all of that's it. But that's not it. It's deeper than that. It goes deeper than just living with one. The man said, I'm not leaving out of your crib because I pay all the bills in your crib. And this is going to lead us into the meat of the matter for the day, man. Matter of fact, it's gonna flex us right into the first aspect that we're gonna talk about on this getting rid of your beta male mindset. So you have to get rid of your beta male mindset. It's an absolutely weak mindset. It never benefits you in any kind of way. It puts you in a position. We got 304 in here, man. Yeah, we're gonna talk about 304 today too. Salute to everybody in the building. But there's one weird aspect of this that just makes no sense at all, man. I'm talking about no sense at all. Matter of fact, let's play this, man. Let's go ahead and play this. I almost want to hold off on the man and wait, man. Just play it on the video. I really do, man. Cause it's something, man. Like I wanted to spring on y'all as just this incredible, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy that you would put yourself in that position. Now, what's the craziest aspects of that, homies? I'm gonna tell y'all, man, the craziest aspect of that. The craziest aspect of that is if you can afford to pay all the bills in a woman crib with her name on everything, why in the hell ain't you in your own crib? You ain't struggling. If you could pay all the bills in her crib, you ain't struggling. I'm gonna tell you what happened, man. Here's a guy who got into a situation. I'm gonna try to play it, man. I think the volume may be low on it. This is just the version that I downloaded, man. I'm gonna try to play it and see if we can hear it. It's so relevant, I gotta play it. Didn't really want to, but I got to. Man, let me tell you something, boy. It is crazy out here, man, that some of these guys will put themselves in situations. See, here's what you got to understand. The woman who you had when you were broke doesn't deserve you when you get paper because she would settle for a broke guy. Now, well, I know we talk about we don't want a woman who just wants us for the paper and all that. That's fine. But when you get your money situated, you live a different life. You have a better quality of life. See, a woman that's with you on the runway, she might not necessarily see texting on the runway is one thing. There are a bunch of people that are afraid to fly. Texting on the runway, they'll text around the runway with you all day long and have fun like a kid in a candy store. But as soon as that plane start lifting off, they turn into somebody who want to be back on the ground. So when you rise, you got to understand you cannot take the woman with you that unless she was a contributor to the rise. You understand what I'm saying? If she was very valuable, but even she gets to a point where the ride gets too high. She can't breathe. The air gets too thin. Everybody can't take the elevation that you're gonna take in your life. And somebody who started from you on the bottom is never gonna make it all the way to the top with you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Somebody who started on the bottom with you ain't gonna make it all the way to the top with you. And I ain't talking about just women. I'm talking about your homies, your business partners, everybody. Dame Dash wasn't supposed to go to the top with Jay. He took him high enough. Dame Dash should have had generational wealth. He should have always had paper where he would never be broke again because Jay took him high enough. Biggs, I don't even know what Biggs did for real. But Biggs was a partner in Rockefeller, so he was supposed to have generational wealth as well. But when you get to a certain point, you got to drop everybody off because only certain people can deal with the elevation at the level you're ultimately going to reside at. And that's just the bottom line. But you got men out here who feel like because a woman was there when they didn't have nothing. Okay, there's only a certain type of woman that's gonna be with you when you ain't got nothing. I know. Oh, BOA, you talking like a simp. You talking like beta male provider, BOA. You talking about you gotta lead with your wallet. Man, you supposed to lead your life with your wallet. How you gonna upgrade your life without upgrading your wallet? You can't. You can't get out of the hood if you don't upgrade your wallet. You can't get out of that dead end job you in if you don't upgrade your wallet. You got to upgrade your wallet, man. That's just the reality of life. Now, when it comes to that, a part of upgrading your wallet is the quality of women that you attract or the quality of women that you're around. It's not even about the quality of women you attract. It's the quality of women you're around. The more you elevate in society, you start to be around different quality and different calibers of women. Now, some of them may still have the same scallywag tendencies, but you understand what I'm saying. When you 100,000 there, you're around different quality people than you are when you're a multimillionaire. That's just how it is. The 100,000 ass ain't in the room with you no more. That's just life. So you're not obligated to take someone with you all the way to the tippy top of your journey. You're obligated to take them as long as they contribute. Because here's the thing about contributing to the journey. Nobody gets to contribute in year one and think that they deserve to be around for year 10 because they contributed in year one. No, the same way you contributed in year one, they got to contribute in year 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why? Because you got to contribute. If you're contributing, how you going to have somebody around you who not contributing? So part of the problem is this guy didn't have nothing. So when you see the woman in the thumbnail, I think I just changed the thumbnail. You see the woman in the thumbnail. When you see that woman in the thumbnail, you got to understand that that guy who moved in with her was broke. Because there is no man who gonna move in with her unless he's broke. He got to be broke and homeless. He got to not have nowhere to go. You understand what I'm saying? He has to not have anywhere to go. And if you don't have anywhere to go, then you're gonna do what you got to do, man, to have a roof over your head. I get that. But once you get on feet, a position like that is a stepping stone. That's not a lifetime loyalty position. That's a stepping stone. That's why I tell y'all, man, don't get caught up in this, man. I ain't giving a woman nothing, never, even if she earn it. No, you give a woman what she earned. If a woman hold you down, man, when you ain't got nothing and you get on feet, man, you break off a little something before you move on. But you ain't obligated to give her your life. 10 years ain't worth your life. 3 years ain't worth your life. 8 years ain't worth your life. Hell, 20 years ain't worth your life. If you die 80, 20 years, man, that's just a quarter of your life, man. You can't get, the numbers don't add up. You understand what I'm saying? The numbers don't add up. So it is what it is, man. I can go on and on to the break of dawn. But that's the type of thing that men get caught up in, man. You get caught up in believing that you owe somebody your life. How you gonna owe somebody? Dog, you can't even control your life. You don't know if you're gonna live or die. You don't know when you're gonna be gone. None of us know if we're gonna wake up in the morning, man. We just don't know it. So when you think about the fact that we don't know it, then you have to ask yourself, how much sense does it make for us to act like we know it when we really don't know it? We really don't know it, man. And it's high time that we as men stop allowing society to tell us that we have to settle for things that we don't want to settle for, that we have to live a life that we don't want to live, that we have to go for things that we don't want to go for. Because I ain't going for it, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. I ain't going for it. I refuse to go for it. Now let's see if we can listen to this, man. It probably gonna be super low, man. Let me see. Let's check it out.
You sit on the couch like this shit normal, man. She got a whole nother. I ain't even this size, bro. Like, look how big these clothes. This ain't my shit, bro. Like, why the like, come on, bro, what the I do to deserve that shit? That's what I'm saying. I don't want that shit. You can keep it. Yeah. You make it. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I pay the bills in this house. I just want to know why.
Now, think about this. You pay all the bills in the crib that ain't yours. You come home, it's another dude clothes in there. The woman tell you to get out. You say, I ain't going nowhere. I pay all the bills in here. That's the delusion of being a beta male. You think because you pay the bills somewhere that your name ain't on that it matters. That's just like saying when you go to work, you own the company because you work. You work there every day. You give them 40 hours a week, so that means you own the company. It's the same principle. You pay all the bills in the woman's house because you stupid. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself in a position where you can't win. And this is how it always is, man. It's just one of these scenarios where guys can't win. They think they can win, and they put themselves in perennially losing situations. And he wants to know why. Why? I just want to know what I do to deserve this. You moved in with a woman and take care of her and put her on a pedestal, and now she, you know what happened is somebody else is treating her like she deserved to be treated, looking like she's looking. You understand what I'm saying? Now this is where we live. Like I wouldn't even recorded this. You know what I'm saying? I would have just took this L. I wouldn't record this at all. Let's keep it going.
Why? Like, why the fuck was you? Why? Like, all I do is go to work. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking going to go somewhere. Man, she got me fucked up, man. Gotta get my shit out this motherfucker. First time I get out. Ain't no fucking get out. My shit. What you mean? Look at her, y'all. Look. She's want to kick it out now because she caught. So she's talking about get out. Look at her. She just on the phone like she don't give a fuck, bro. Like,
she don't,
matter, but I'm not finna.
I mean, the dude, listen, this is the delusion of believing that you can pay a woman to like you. You can't. You can't pay a woman to like you. You know what I'm saying? This one probably got her income taxes, man. She ain't worrying about none of that now. You know what I'm saying? She probably got the income tax. Dog, she don't need you that no more. The bottom line is, if you're the type of man that was shooting best so bad you had to move in with her, you probably working from can to can. And so you gone all the time. You understand? And I'm just gonna be honest with you. We could do all this where everybody's beautiful thing all we want to. The bottom line is, if that woman right there get attention from a certain type of man, you know what I'm saying? If that woman was somewhere and I pulled up, man, shining, man, looking good, and that big body man jumped out, man, and I tried to mac her, man, you see what I'm saying? If a certain caliber of man that she's not used to says something to her, and it ain't all about me looking better than dude, although I must say BOA is quite the dashing young man. But I'm saying it's the fact that to go from a dude who didn't have nothing and had to live with her to a dude who pull up in a big body looking like money, that's a different scenario for her. And you got to be honest. Sometimes when times are lean, some of these dudes with money, man, will knock down anything. I'm talking about, man, the knockdown literally will knock down anything. And when you look at that, man, that just, I mean, and just look, and she's still on the phone texting the dude now, man, and he's sitting there, man, here's the thing. You can afford to leave, bro. He acting like he can't afford to leave. Let me tell you what happened, man. He fell in love with her. You know what I'm saying? Some people fall in love with a stripper. That dude fell in love with a pickle.
You think I'm finna leave? You crazy as hell. I'm not going nowhere. I feel like I deserve an explanation. Tell me why that you brought another dude over here. That's all I want to tell me why. Why? Look at her, but she ain't even got shit to say. She's sitting up here, just probably still coming over. Ain't no telling what she be telling her. Look at her, look. You got her? No,
I want y'all to listen.
You ain't gonna give me no explanation. You know? What, is he helping pay the bills too? So what you gonna do? If I don't pay the bills, how you gonna pay the bills? No, I ain't done. I want an explanation. That's what I want. I'm not there. How you gonna get mad, try to flip it on me and kick me out because I found out that you got some other clothes? Get out. You talking about get out? Are you serious? It don't matter. Like, what the fuck you mean I was going through your shit? Like, I was in there looking for my shit, and then I found this other shit. If you gonna talk to me, can you talk to me? That's all I'm saying. I just want you to talk to me. You went look for some shit and you found it. No, man, come on, man. No, you finna talk to me. Like, for real,
you
man.
Went look for some shit and you found it. Get the fuck out.
No, I'm not. Come on, what you trying? Because that don't make no sense. I'm saying because I want to know why you do it. Why you cheat? What are you cheating for? What are you cheating for? Like, why you bringing a dude here? And I work to make sure that you straight. And then you. But I'm saying another man shouldn't be in his house. What are you talking about?
You went to look for some shit and you found it.
It don't matter though. But you still saying, so why is another man in my house? Is what I'm saying. When I'm going to work every day to make sure that you good, I come back, it's another man, and you just flat out told me that it's another dude been here. So that's what it is. That's what it really is. Yeah. That's what it really is.
It's the power you give a woman when you move in with her. You understand? This is the power you give a woman when you move in with her. Too much power. More power than any woman can handle. You got to understand, women don't do well with power. And so when you give her this type of power, all she can do is take advantage of it. She don't know no other way. It's just how she's wired. She can't help it. She can't change it. She can't do anything about it. This is just how she's wired. And what y'all have to understand is that putting yourself in this situation is like just a dumb move. Like, you have to have a plan. If you got to do this, if you fresh out of prison or something, you got to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like the homie Chris Jones say, man, you fresh out of prison, you move in ready. You ain't got no kids and you in shape. And you ready to, and you got to do that in those extreme situations. Okay, that's different. That's different. You can do that. But the reality of the scenario is you got to have a plan to get out of that situation quick. It cannot be something that you're doing long term. It cannot be something that you're doing like this. You just gonna settle into that scenario. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. When he gets out of this scenario, he gonna look back at it and be like, man, what was I thinking? Like, what in the world was I thinking? Let's finish this up, man.
So you just gonna tell me you talk another dude be coming over? That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. You gonna stay or you gonna go? That's crazy though. But that's what we all. I'm saying, but that's what. But I'm saying that's crazy though. Like, no, it's all good though, man. Just take a look at this. Like, right. Yeah, you can go. Just take a good look. Take a good look. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all good though. I'm gonna come back and get my stuff. So just make sure you have my stuff put up.
Yeah,
I don't want no drama. I don't want none of that. But just make sure you got a way to pay your. Make sure you got a way to pay them bills. Because when I'm gone, I'm not paying nothing else when I'm leaving. It don't even make sense. That's crazy. That's what happened, bro. You trying to make sure somebody good.
Now let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. She didn't put him out before. And although he wasn't there, he kept paying the bills. Let's listen to him talking himself down while he going out.
Bro, you try to take care of somebody, make sure they straight. All the time, they over hold on, something else. How? That don't mean he we over here. What's you mean? No, he's coming over here. Man, it's not me. That shit crazy, man.
Now, I want y'all to understand. What we just saw is a man who got a rude awakening that he had put himself in a beta male cell mangina position. An absolutely beta male cell mangina position. He put himself in a position where he couldn't win, but he thought he was winning because he thought him and the woman was on the same team. But what she showed him is we ain't on no team, dog. There ain't no team. There's me and there's you. And what you gonna do is what I tell you to do, because this is my house. And you hear him, man, he telling, man, you try to make sure somebody's straight, try to take care of somebody. Why are you trying to take care of her, bro? Help me understand that. You have to have a plan with every move you make in your life, man. It's beta to enter a situation that you know you only using as a stepping stone and then get stuck in it. It doesn't make any sense to get stuck in a situation that you know you only intended to use as a stepping stone, man. I'm talking about don't make no sense at all. And the crazy thing is, man, guys know it don't make no sense. I'm talking about no, it don't make no sense. Hold on, man. Now, here's what we're dealing with. Let me get these couple super chats, man, before we go into this thing. John Dalton, appreciate the dub. Bro say God is definitely pleased. Doctor, you have so many both male, female, blessing king. Blessing King 214. Salute, man. Representing that 214. Salute to you. Ray Allen, what's good, bro? Keep cooking, Doc. Alpha's up. Salute to you, Ray. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the dime. King George, KG3, what up, man? Appreciate the 2 bones. Facts, Doc. Salute, salute. Still I rise, 4485, man. Appreciate you, 2 bones. She built like TD Jakes. She a potato head. Yeah, man. It just goes to show you, man, that you know this was meant to be a temporary thing for this guy, man, but somehow you got caught up in it. Terrence Palmer, appreciate the 140 South African rubles, man. I appreciate it. I think it's rubles. What is it called in South Africa, man? I can't remember. Put in the chat what it's called, man. Callie Aston, appreciate the 5 bones, man. These dudes going outside. If you knew better, you do better. Man, sometimes you know better and you be so caught up, you still can't do better. Trucker AG, salute. Appreciate the 5 bone guys doing it to themselves. Self-sabotage. That's exactly what it is, man. Absolute self-sabotage. JQ Jane, appreciate the 5 bones, man. I'll say the second you get with a trick, he will treat you like a trick. That's a sim mentality. It is, man. It is. Absolute rands. That's what it is. South African rands, man. Good looking out. Good looking out. Who said that, man? Robert F. SFDC. Yeah, I knew you know, man. Yeah. Represent them South African rands, man. Salute. Appreciate it. Ellis Wilkins, man. Appreciate the 5 bones. All right, man. So here's what I want y'all to understand, man. The first thing you have to do to get over your beta male sim angina mindset is wake up from that damn fairy tale you've been living. Wake up from that. It ain't gonna happen to me. My girl different. She's different. She ain't like the rest of them. It don't happen to me. I could fall in love with her. I can tell her, I love you, baby, my pretty little baby. There's nothing you can do to keep me away from you. And everything gonna be good. She gonna love me to death. Like everything gonna be great. She ain't gonna never do that. She ain't gonna never treat me like that. She ain't gonna never take advantage of me. Y'all don't know that. Every woman ain't like that. Everybody different. No, just you keep believing that. It's a fantasy world. What I'm telling you is you don't have to stop dealing with women, but you gotta deal with women from a position of power, man. You gotta deal with women from a position of power. You gotta have an abundance mindset, even if you ain't got no more women. The abundance mindset ain't about women. The abundance mindset is about having jewels and tools in your life that you use to keep yourself enthused, to keep doing the things that you do, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the abundance mindset is about. Got a train going by, man. I might have to move the time, man. I think train come through here, man, every day, man, about 5:20. But that's the real deal, man. You got to be out here, man. You got to make sure the abundance mindset is based on you having a life that's so fulfilling that the woman can never have that much value in your life. You understand? For me, man, listen, bro, a woman can tell me, hey, I want you to stop by my house in the morning. If I'm going fishing, she can forget it. It ain't that she can tell me she gonna do. You know, she can pay my rent. She can buy my clothes. She can cook my dinner too. Soon as she get home from work, she can pay my rent. My faithful lover. Soon as I get home, soon as she get home from work, she can do all of that. And if I'm going fishing that morning, man, she can hang it up. You know what I'm saying? She can't offer me that that's gonna make me not go fishing. Because fishing is more thrilling than anything that a woman can ever give me. I enjoy it more. I've enjoyed it longer. You know what I'm saying? It's brought me way more joy than any woman ever could. Woman can't tell me that. A woman can't tell me, hey, I know your show is at 4:35, but can you come over at 4:30? No, you just said you know my show at 4:35. You think I'm gonna come over there? No. I ain't gonna do it. Man, let me tell you something. I'm not finna wake up from no nap to go. I'm just not finna do it. Like the only time that I have available to a woman is my free time. And she gotta hope that I don't have something more exciting to fill with my free time. So my free time, you know what my free time is? My free time is after I've done everything I do to try to make a buck. After I've done everything I do to try to to try to make sure, man, I'm in the best shape mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. After, I've done everything that I have to do to make sure that my peace of mind is sound. After I've done everything I do as far as my responsibility to the people in my life. After I've done everything that I do to enjoy myself, you know what I'm saying? After I've done all of those things and I got some time and I say, you know what, tomorrow I ain't doing nothing. That's the time she can get. That's the only time she can get. The only time a woman can get is the time where I'm doing absolutely nothing else. Otherwise, I ain't got time for it. That's the abundance mindset. A life of abundance it has nothing to do it never had anything to do with having other women. You understand? It never had anything to do with that. Like if it takes other women for you to have an abundance mindset, you don't have an abundance mindset. That means you spend even more time than you should interacting with women. Man, let me tell you something. Women are a hobby. You understand what I'm saying? A woman is a hobby until she makes herself stick like fly paper. You understand what I'm saying? That's all she can be. Now, another thing, when you say I'm different, she's different, yeah, you're right. You're not BOA, but you're still a man who's been brought up in this society that has some things that you need to get over and some differences in outlooks from the truth that you need to reconcile. And you might say she's different. Yeah, she don't like no other woman you ever met. Ain't even got the same name as no woman you ever met. Come from a different family. But she's still raised in this social media environment where women think totally different than they did once before. So you have to make sure that you understand what you're dealing with in this particular society. You have to understand that because the reality of you saying, I can handle my simp consequences and stay strong and alpha. No, you can't. No, you can't. The moment you fall in love, I got a piece of content coming up for y'all tomorrow, man. I recorded it in the car, man. It may have a little road noise that I had to make a move. So I'm gonna talk to y'all tomorrow about why women change when you fall in love with them. And we're gonna discuss whether it's really her that changes. You understand? We're gonna take a deep dive on that one. But I want y'all to understand, man, you can't handle the simp consequences and stay strong. You already weak if you're simping. How you gonna stay strong if you're not strong? One of the craziest things I see men doing out here is taking advice from women. Man, let me tell you something. Taking advice from a woman is it's just about the dumbest thing you could ever do. Especially if you're taking advice from a woman about how to deal with women. Why would you take advice from a woman about how to deal? She ain't never deal with women like that. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. Here's the thing. Where masculine men do not listen to women, do not take guidance from women. Real men have never done that. It makes no sense for you as a man to take guidance from a woman. She can only guide you one of two places. She can guide you straight to femininity because that's all she knows, or she can repeat what she's heard a man say and repeat it to you. But the crazy thing is, you already heard a man say it. You already heard a man say it. If you hear one man talking to her son about church and all that, she's just repeating what the pastor said. She's just repeating what some man taught her. You got to understand, man, that it makes no sense for you as a man to do unmanly things. That makes no sense. You setting yourself up for ultimate disappointment in life, man, if you're going to do things that are unmanly because you're not going to do unmanly things but get a masculine result. You're not going to do that. It's just not going to happen. And it's not because you have an excuse to be a beta male simp mangina. Man, that's one of the worst things I hear dudes say, man, well, my dad wasn't around and, my mama was this and my mama was this, man. Okay, that's fine if you 15. But if you 25, oh, you done been out here in the world long enough to figure something out, man. You done been out here in the world long enough to figure something out. Dude be asking me, man, well, what about if What about she got a child and the dad dead? Okay, so what happened? When the dad died, everything was just gone. Everything he ever did was gone. Suddenly, the child is yours, right? What you mean, what if? Guys are always trying to figure out a way to get around being a simp. Well, what if this? Well, what if that, BOA? Or what if this? How about this? If I do it now, am I simping? What if I do it now? If I do it now, am I beta? Wait a minute. What if I do it on the other side of the street before I get to the stop sign? Does that still mean it's beta? Okay. Keep asking yourself them crazy questions instead of accepting the fact that certain things as a man you just need to stay away from. There are certain things as men that we need to stay away from, homies. There's a bunch of them too. A bunch of them. You don't have an excuse to be a beta male simp man, John. Hey, my father wasn't in the home. Okay. What that mean? Guys be in their 30s and 40s. They've been out of the home for 20 years. Talking about, my father wasn't in the home. Okay, well, you ain't been in the home. Now you've been out the home long as your father was out the home, and you still ain't learned nothing. If you're doing something and it's not working, stop doing it, man. What are you doing something that's not? If you do it for 10 years and it don't work, what the hell are you still doing it in year 11, man? Make it make sense to me, home. Somebody make it make sense to me. Cause right now it ain't making no sense to me. I'm talking about somebody around here. Make that thing make sense to me, dog. Make it make sense to me. Cause right now it sounds pretty dumb. Oh, another thing. Uh, well, I did get to know him. Okay, man, if you got access to your father part-time, then that's enough. That's enough to pull you off of that beta male bandwagon you own, man. Because a lot of time, let me tell y'all something, man, and this gonna hurt some feelings. A lot of time you find out that your dad didn't abandon you. He just wasn't feeling to put up with your mama shit. That's what you find out a lot of time. The same thing that you see in the household with your mama, the same thing that turned you into the simp you are, man, your dad wasn't gonna deal with that because he wasn't gonna turn. And he said, you know what, for this thing get volatile, let me get on out of here. And he bounced. And he tried to deal with you. He tried to see you, but your mama kept moving y'all around and hiding and calling the people on him and just making it hard for him. And you got these simps out here talking about, you supposed to go through whatever you got to go through. Whatever you got to go through, you're supposed to go through it. To get to them children, you're supposed to do it. Now, no, you ain't. You ain't got to jump through no flamer hoop gasoline draws on, man, to do something. The woman's supposed to want you to do that. And if she don't, and she throwing all the monkey wrenches in your plan, homie, let me tell you what you do. You just got to chalk it up to the game. Because eventually, what's going to happen eventually? Eventually, the children are going to get old enough to seek you out. They're going to be able to control their interaction with you. And does that mean that all of them going to be ready? No. Some of them it may take some of them longer. Well, my mom told, because you get to an adult and you realize, as you get to an adult, turn around, you look at your mom and you realize, man, something wrong with her. If your mom was that type of mama, at some point you wake up, you look at her and you be like, man, something wrong with her. Because you get in the real world and you realize, man, that woman ain't did never told me lies. Right? Right. And at some point that happened to you. So you ain't got that excuse. I grew up in a house full of girls. Okay. So did you dress up in heels and dress it like Dwayne Wade too? What that mean? That don't mean you accept the behavior. You should be the one with all the experience to tell a young man, hey man, don't do that right there, man. That is feminine. That you get, because when you get out here in the world, as a man and you're dealing with the world the way your mama taught you to, you soon find out that that's not the way that men deal with men. You see what I'm saying? That's not the way that men deal with one another. Men don't get into no cat fight, no. Man don't get into no cat fights, man. If we got a problem, we talk about it like men. Otherwise, man, it's just some simping going on. So you know that back and forth, 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 back and forth. Come on, man, that's feminine. Any guy who's okay with that was raised by his mama. And what I'm saying is, the only thing that you can be if you raised by your mama is a mama's boy. And it's okay to be a mama's boy when you 2, but when you 32, not so much. You got to accept the fact that everything your mama taught you was a lie. Everything she taught you was a lie. No matter what side she taught it from, because here's the thing about it, whatever side she taught it from, she goes to the extreme. You know, I tell you men all the time, man, listen, if you find a woman who's worthy of a certain interaction, give it to her. At some point, all of us should have a little wifey in our lives, man. We ain't talking about legal marriage because we don't do nothing stupid like that. But all of us should have a little wifey in our lives. And let me tell y'all something that's amazing. If the woman really into you, she'll accept the position without the legal contract or attrition attached to it. I say again, if the woman really into you, she'll accept the wifey position without the legal contract or attrition that's attached to it. If she won't accept that, she ain't really into you. She wants you to serve the purpose in her life of making her an honest woman, of making her not be a single woman out here just traipsing around, letting everybody taste her goodies, man. That's what she wants. But who are you? Are you gonna just go for that? Are you gonna fall into that? Are you gonna just, man, let me tell you something, bro. And I say again, I'm gonna repeat this again. There's only 2 things, or one of 2 things a woman can teach you. She could teach you a whole lot of femininity, or she could teach you a feminine version of the masculinity that she's heard other men talk about. Either way, it's no good, because whatever she teaches you is either gonna be all out femininity or it's gonna be tainted with femininity. And as a man, you don't need no help in this society because femininity is all around you and it comes in both forms, male and female. So you don't have to worry about being overrun with it. You don't need nobody to dump no more into your life. You don't need nobody to sweeten your masculinity with some femininity. We don't need that in this society. That ain't really what's up. We don't need it. We don't want it. We ain't got to have it. But here's another thing. When you grew up in a house full of girls, no matter how much it influenced you, you're going to realize quickly that you're not like other dudes who grew up in the house with their dad. And so what do you need to do? You need to gravitate to those guys and maybe try to spend time at their crib, be their partner. Hey man, go to their crib, be around their dad, their uncles, all that stuff that you ain't got. You got to try to seek that out, man. You got to seek out that guidance, man. It's your job to seek it out if you ain't got it. Ain't no excuses. See, here's the thing. I know in a perfect world, we would all have our fathers in the home, and we would all have all the things that we need, and we won't have any of the issues. Nobody will be resigned to being raised by their mama. But that ain't the world we live in. We live in a world where you have to make up for the shortcomings of your parents in your life. You have to make up for the shortcomings of your parents. I touched on that on the King Ray Ray channel once, man. I put up a piece of content for y'all tomorrow, man, on the King Ray Ray channel about that particular thing. About how you have to overcome the bad parenting that you receive. You got to overcome those things. Yeah, we all have to overcome it though. So don't just put yourself in the box and say, man, let me tell you something, man. Everybody else got it easy. Everybody got it easy around here. You got your dad in the house with you? All I had is my mom in the house. That didn't do me no good. Turn me into a man I ain't want to be. Yeah, you can say that. But guess what you got to do? You got to get out here and make a difference in your own life. The crazy thing is you get a bigger head start. You understand? You get a bigger head start. Because early on, you got to figure out how to make it by yourself. Because you got your mama trying to be your dad in the house, and it don't ever work out. It's bad for everybody. So you should be more adamant about shunning the behavior that beta males deal with out here, man, especially in relationship with modern women out here, man. You got to understand that you saw that growing up. You already saw how that goes. You saw what that looked like. And you know it ain't worth nothing. Here's the real deal. You cannot accept society's norms and expectations because they've changed so much from what they should be. That's why you can't be influenced by popular opinion. Popular opinion is going to tell you, it's going to use shaming language. It's always going to use shaming language. Always going to use shaming language. So when I say something like, man, hey man, man, let me tell you something, man. Man, my young shawty, man, she in her 20s. Man, ain't no 20-year-old woman. Man, if women they 20. Man, that's what I attract. Oh, BOA, you don't attract no women they 20s. Now it could be a 20-year-old woman saying that. I'm not saying every 20-year-old woman won't BOA, but I'm saying the only woman that I ever talk to is a woman that won't me because I don't approach no. I don't cold approach women. I never have. Well, I did it one time. But I just never have, and I've had phenomenal experience. That's why you don't hear me crying about no relationships and no interactions and how I was taken advantage of and how I was used, because I ain't had that. All I had is positive interactions. You know why? Because I always only approach women, man, who show me attraction confirmation. So if I'm telling you that BOA ain't got, ain't don't have them but young tenders, then I'm telling you the truth. BOA don't have them young tenders. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a couple old heads mixed in there, but for the most part, that's just what happens in my life. But somebody will say, "Well, no, BOA, he's making it up." No, but man, I've been sitting right here thinking about, man, doing a couples channel, man, just to shed all of that up. But man, I don't know. But then I feel like, man, I'm doing it to prove to them people, man. But I'll do a poll, man. I'll do a poll on the channel, man. Y'all let me know, man. That's something y'all want to see, man. I'll go ahead and put it out there. 'Cause somebody may try to do it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. There ain't many people, man, who really flexing like that where they can do it on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? And show it and show the interaction and show that the interaction is authentic and not just an act you're putting on for the camera. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at society's norms and expectations, man, as men, we can't be influenced by popular opinion and that tells us previously unacceptable behavior is okay now. When you got guys out here, man, do you understand, man, that not having a baby is the new virginity? Now, we just want a woman who ain't got no kids. Think about that, man. She could been with 50 guys. We don't care. We just want a woman who ain't got no kids. Like you may meet a woman who been with one man, had a kid with that one man. And when you think about it, we'll take the woman who ain't got no kids, who probably been wilding out over the one woman because we think she's different. Here's the thing, man. We live in a society that tells us as men, your standards are too high. But then it goes to the other side and tells women, your standards are too low. So what happened? It has a man like this who was telling her, look at this before I go. Obviously, he thinks he's a handsome guy. He was saying, look at this, look at it, look at it. I'm about to go. Look at it now. This last time you're going to see it. Take a look at it. And he seemed to be in total disbelief that she would cheat on him. But that's what happens when you get with a woman, man, that you know is beneath. When you give it a woman that you know is not on your level, man, you're gonna be flabbergasted if she has the audacity to do something like this. Because in your mind, you're like, man, I shouldn't even been with her in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you're saying in your mind. But that's what happens. A woman like this has higher expectations and higher standards than the man does. Because that's what this society perpetuates. You got dudes out here, man, tell you, man, your standards too high, man. Man, no, you discriminating against group of women over there. You discriminating over there, man. You eliminating whole groups. Okay. If the object is yet to have one or two, I don't need every group to be involved, right? I can narrow it down. If the object is yet to have one or two, I can narrow it all the way down. You know what I'm saying? I can narrow it down to 5. I'm talking about 5 individual women and pick 1 or 2 out of that 5. So I don't need to have all groups involved. I need to eliminate certain groups. See, you live in a society where the beta male sim mangina energy has taught men that it's time for women to be in the position that men have always been in. I've heard men say that. You know what I'm saying? Charlemagne and a couple other guys. Men have been in control long enough. Now it's time for women to run things. But coming from a dude who bleaches his skin to fit in, what do you expect? A guy who buys another guy a mold of his butt. What do you expect? The main thing, man, is we got to stand on principles, man. You got to stand on principles. And that's the problem. There are no principles left. Don't nobody want to have principles. Everybody want to have game. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to have integrity. Everybody want to have women. You got people out here teaching you to get money so you can get the type of woman you want. And it's a very popular opinion. Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I thought about, man, just starting to talk my talk and really, really start talking that information, man, about how to deal with one from a position of power, man. Man, listen, it'll be something else, man. But you know what? There's enough of that out there, man. I don't even want to do it. You know, you can go and do that after you become the most out version of yourself. I just want you to deal with women from a position of power, deal with the world from a position of power, deal with everything from a position of power, deal with yourself from a position of power. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do, man. Got a couple super chats up here, man. Let me knock them out. Rhythm of Water TV, salute. Appreciate the dime. Nathan Davis, appreciate the 5 bones, man. G Money, appreciate the dub. That's the Alpha Train going to pick up dude from the video. That what it was. Alpha Train going to get him. Renzel Jetson, what up, Ren? Better off staying with your mom till you get yourself right. If you're gonna pay bills, do be horn dogs for real. Can't live without that box. Man, that's what it is. That's a great point. If you gotta live with a woman and pay the bills, it's better to just go live with your mama and pay her bills. At least she did something in your life. If she ain't do nothing but not get rid of you. You understand? She could have got rid of you. You never saw the time of day. So at least she had you. You know what I'm saying? And gave you whatever love she could give you when you were an infant and a toddler. Because that's the last time you really need that type of love from your mama. When you were an infant and a toddler. And man, so if you're gonna do that, man, pay your mama bills. Go live with your mom, pay your mama bills. Upgrade your mama life. Too busy out here trying to grade some, upgrade just any old woman, man. Just upgrade anybody's life. Man, dudes don't even care no more, man. Joseph Gillespie, appreciate the dub. Keep up the work of the Most High God in this modern day Babylon. Man, that's exactly where we are, man. Absolute modern day Babylon. Porter Moore, appreciate the 10-bone super sticker. Bell's Corner, appreciate the dub. True Talk, salute. Appreciate you being in the joint. The Dunn 21 gift, appreciate the dub. You're a true blessing. Thank you, my brother. Salute, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all brothers being in the joint, man. Journeyman Media, appreciate the 2 bones. Now, when we talk about standards, we got to keep in mind that all that means is that you know what you want, you know what you like, you know what you're not going to accept, and you don't accept it. It's not about, well, you're beneath me and you're beneath me and you're beneath me. No, it's about knowing what you are going to accept. Well, knowing what you want and knowing what you are not going to accept. So you're not going to accept anything. When you accept something, that means that it was unacceptable and you let it go. We don't accept things. You deserve what you demand, but you also deserve what you accept. So we demand things. And the things that we don't demand, the things outside of that realm, those are unacceptable things. That behavior is unacceptable. It's very unacceptable. You know, part of the problem is we live in a society where people are mimicking celebrity behavior. People are mimicking that. And the thing is, when you got enough money where you can make a mistake and then bail yourself out of it and be okay, you can do all type of crazy things. But if you out here a regular person out here living in the world, man, you're a regular dude out here, man, you cannot be going out here living like these guys live. Man, I know guys, man, work a regular job, man, be going to the shake joint, man, throwing bands. I'm talking about just go throw bands, record it, and put it up on online somewhere, man, and man, mess around, man, had to be at work the next morning, bro. I'm talking about you out there throwing bands, and then the next morning you complain about your job. How much sense that make? Seem like those bands you should have been trying to figure out a business to start. See, let me tell you something, man. We live in a world where instant gratification and taking the easy route is more popular than anything else. You know what I'm saying? That's why property crimes and all of these things are up. Because people don't want to put in the work to get anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? Meet a woman, she's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. She feel like that's all she has to do. You know why? Because she's been with men before who let her do nothing else but that. All she ever had to do was show up. Ain't never had to do nothing else, man. They had to do nothing but show up. And I'm like, wait a minute. You mean tell me, man, you just gonna let the woman show up? All she gotta do is show up? All she got to do is show up. She ain't got to do nothing else. And I'm like, hold up, man. You're okay with just her showing up. For years. I'm talking about for years. For years. Man, I know dudes, man, got wives, man, dude been having to pay a maid and a chef for years. Man, boy, old lady don't do nothing. But you know what? She look good on his arm. So when I say, so what you gonna do, baby? You gonna look good on my arm? You better look good on my arm. If you don't, I'm gonna get somebody who will. You gotta stop believing that the society or the world at large, or even these women are doing you a favor, man. How they doing you a favor? You're you. If you build yourself into the most alpha version of yourself, everybody's life you're in, everybody who's in your life, you're a blessing to them. So how you gonna be so appreciative of their presence when you're the blessing to them? If a woman come into your life, man, and dedicate herself to the process of your progress, don't you understand it because you're a great man? She ain't dedicate herself to nobody else's process of progress. She's dedicating herself to your process of progress because she met you and she said, this dude is great. He is phenomenal. He's dope. But it's hard to look at it like that when you're allowing society to dictate to you what should be normal. You know what I'm saying? When you, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If you don't know what it is or what that experience is to have a woman in your life that's dedicated to the process of your progress, then you most certainly should not be dealing with a woman who's not. Because I promise you, the first time you experience it, you are not going to what? Accept anything less. I don't accept nothing less. It don't matter how beautiful woman is, man. It don't matter how good she is. She could be nice. She could be sweet as peach pie, homie, with an extra dose of sugar in it. But if she ain't bought into the process of my progress, I mean, she's just good people. You don't get access to my life if you don't buy into the process of my progress. You understand? Because there's some very pertinent information that you can have access to. And if you don't get that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. Because I know me, man. I'm not compromising. I'm not compromising. You know, the real problem with compromising is when you compromise, it takes so long to bounce back from a compromise. When you compromise what you want, when you compromise what you deserve, when you compromise what you demand, when you compromise what you won't accept and start accepting it, when you compromise your position, when you compromise, especially the position of power in a relationship with a woman, when you compromise your do's and don'ts, your wills and wants, when you compromise all of those things, man, it takes years. I don't care who you are. I don't care how cold you think you are. It takes years to bounce back. I'm talking about years, man. It takes a bunch of years to bounce back from it. And most of us don't have that kind of time, man. You don't know how much time you got. That's the thing. You have no time to waste because you don't know how much of that time you got left. What if you waste 10 years? Well, what if you ain't got but 12 left? You waste 10 of them, now you got 2 years. And the thing is, you were in a situation where you knew in year 2 it wasn't working. Man, let me tell y'all something about life. This is a masculine, this is an alpha mindset. This is the most alpha mindset you can have. If it's broke, don't fix it. Just go get a new one. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship and it's broke, don't fix it. Get out of it. No man should ever go to marriage counseling. If you're a man and you're in marriage counseling right now, you're wasting your damn time. If you got to go to marriage counseling for a marriage, boy, that thing over. That thing over. I'm trying to tell y'all now it's over, man. And y'all know I ain't making it up. It's over, bro. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, man. I really hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's over, dog. All the way over. And many men just stay stuck in it. Why? Because you think when it's over, you're a failure. No, you're a failure if you stay in it. You're failing yourself. Don't worry about that relationship. You can't fail no woman. She a grown woman. You can't fail her. As long as you're honest and upfront and keep everything on the table, you can never fail her. If the relationship don't work, it just don't work. As long as you be the most alpha version of yourself and stay on top of your game and be what you know you're supposed to be, the best you can be, you man, listen, bro. Your job is not to fulfill her fantasy for her life. That's not your job. Your job is to fulfill your own goals, your own dreams for your own life. And that's why you can't have a woman around who doesn't fit into the process of your progress. Because if she doesn't fit into yours, slowly you're gonna start to slide into hers. Slowly, but surely. Slowly but surely, man, you're gonna start to slide into hers. And the reality of the scenario is that for me, and I know for y'all too, man, that's just not something we want to do. I don't want to fall into a situation where I'm trying to be what a woman want me to be. I don't want that, man. I don't want to be trying to, man, man, my woman want me to be this. Before you know it, man, you get out the shower, man, your clothes laid out on the bed for you. I don't know if I told y'all this, man, but I know this dude, man. Man, this dude was like 39. Man, you know he used to go to the barber shop, man, and the woman you tell the barber how to cut his damn hair. Like a little old boy, he go sit in a chair. She literally walk up to the barber and tell the barber, take a little bit off of here, and the line up, I don't want it that far back this time. And the back, taper a little bit off the back a little bit, but I want him to have waves. So give him some tips on what he could do to keep them waves in his hair, because I like them waves. That's just, man, listen, bro, let me tell you, this man was a grown man. He was damn near 40. And he ain't the only man who lived like that. I know guys, man, who had phenomenal lives, man. They were living that single life, man. They were living it. They were living it. They were loving it. Wasn't nothing to fall through their crib, man, and kick it, man, shoot pool or even playing some table tennis, man. They got some putting greens in the backyard, man. Or we go down to the gym. They got an indoor gym. We go down there, man. Man, boy got married, man. And I'm talking about, man, turned the gym into another kind of gym. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy wife was a ballet teacher, not a ballet teacher, but a gymnastic teacher. Man, turned the gym into a gymnastic gym. We couldn't even shoot ball in there no more, man. Changed everything. Man, that boy went from driving a Bentley to driving one of them little, Volkswagen Beetles, man. I ain't lying. Let me tell you something, boy. You have to stick to your guns and do your thing, man. You got to build a life that you want to build and have the life that you want to have, dog. Because I'm going to be honest with you. A woman don't care if you fall off, dog. A woman don't care if you fall off, long as your fall off still benefit her. A woman don't care if you fall off, dog. She don't care. It ain't for her to care. It's not her business to care if you fall off. You understand what I'm saying? It's not her business to care if you fall off. If you fall off, that's your thing. You got to take care of your own thing, man. You understand what I'm saying? And as men, I think we forget that sometimes. I'll tell you something else too. We got to stop believing that independent women are somehow better than their quote unquote pick me counterpart. Man, let me tell you something. I love a pick me. Fool, I picked a pick me. All these women out here talking crazy. I picked a pick me. Why? She had the type of attitude and the type of activity that said pick me. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even have a woman who's not a pick me. You know what I'm saying? If you're a man's man, I'm talking about a real man out here, you want a pick me. I ain't gonna deal with no woman who ain't a pick me. There's only two kind of women in the world, pick me's and feminists. That's it. And there are some women in the middle who don't really fit in either category, but they're a little bit closer to this one than they are to that one. But that's the group of women that most men end up with. Most men aren't gonna end up with a staunch feminist or a 100% pick me. You know, because, you know, dudes be like, man, I don't want a woman that's a pick me. I want a woman that go out there and make her own money and got her own career and create her own power dynamic in the world. But you're a beta male sim mangina. Only power dynamic in my house gonna be me. I got enough work for her to do. Man, if you ain't got no business, you get you a woman that's a pick me, boy, she can help you start one. She'll do all the paperwork, do all the research you need, do all the demographic testing and all of those things. Man, she'll test the markets, she'll research the markets, she'll do all of that. She'll do whatever you want her to do. Because you know what she wants you to do? Every day, she want to make sure that when you wake up and say, man, there's a woman in the world that I want. She want to make sure you pick her. So for me, I ain't settling for, I wouldn't settle for a woman who's not a pick me. Now, you want to talk about settling? You settling if you get a woman that ain't a pick me. I'm gonna be honest with you. The pick me is my vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. Now, you got these women out, these strong, independent women, boy, they be on the pick me. But you ain't even got no voice. Well, you got a voice. Look at you. What is getting you? What's your voice getting you? Nothing but a whole lot of negative energy and backlash. And it's not that a woman don't have a voice, it's the fact that she knows where her voice belongs. She knows that when it comes to making household decisions, man, she don't need no voice for that. What she need a voice for that for? That's called masculine power. That's called the power of the man of the house. I'm not sharing the power of the man of the house. I won't do it. It's my power. I want it. I want it all for myself. And you know what, baby? I can handle it. I don't need you to take none of the man of the house power. You know what? Because I got it, baby. I got it under control. The man of the house power is mine, and I handle it quite well. You know what I'm saying? Exquisitely, even. I take care of it, man. And so I say, as men, we had to make sure that we don't allow the things that make women not be themselves affect us the same way. As a man, you got to be who you are. We got to be who we are. We got to be who we want to be. We got to be who we're supposed to be. And that's what our lives is supposed to be, man. Thought I saw another super chat up there, man. Oh, I still got Journeyman Media on the thing, on it, yeah. Top rank, appreciate the dub. Dr. BOA, your insight and thoughts reflect on the line with my own. Keep on pushing on. Much respect. Salute to you, bro. Salute. Keep grinding and growing, man. Keep moving and grooving. Mara Speeds the Beast. Salute. Appreciate the 5 bones. I like what I'm hearing. Salute, bro. Appreciate you being in the joint. Who we got down here? Fernando Vargas. Appreciate the dime. Dr. Nefarious 546. Appreciate the 2 bones, man. Dude say Kevin Samuel had reportedly passed away. Appreciate the support, man. So, you know, yeah, that's it, Flim. Pick me's or belligerent. Man, I'm not finna deal with no belligerent woman. I'm not finna deal with no aggressive woman. I'm not dealing with no passive aggressive woman. I'm not finna deal with no woman who's anything other than a pick me. I want a pick me. If you're, man, listen, the pick me is the only woman that deserves to live my life with me for any period of time. I ain't talking about, you know, no lifelong lovey-doveyness, man. Tay Finley, appreciate the dub. Be away, you giving us the 8-ball MJG space ad pimp game right here, bro. Salute, bro. Salute. Yeah, you took it back then, man. So, you know, another thing, man, I'll tell y'all is this, man, and this is something real. When you see this dude in this video, man, you got to remember what he failed to realize is that femininity is the only true value that a woman has in a relationship. Now, in society, she can have as much value she want to have. She may be CEO of the year. Fine. That is great for the company she works for. Outside of the company, it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? She could be the best friend to all of her friends. She could be the designated driver so they can go out and party. That don't mean that's nobody but her friend. See what I'm saying? And so what we got to understand as men is that this whole femininity thing, it only means something to us in the context of a relationship. Outside of that, that's why a woman can't be feminine and a go-getter out here. It don't mix. Because femininity only works in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It don't work in the rest of the world. The rest of the world will chew her up and swallow her. That's why will chew up and spit her out. That's why you got to remember that if you're gonna have a feminine woman in your life, man, and she is a pygmy, then she needs a certain type of guidance and protection because she's not built to deal with the world out here. It's always gonna be a bad deal for her to get out here and deal with the world, man. She ain't ready for it. She ain't built like that. That's why it was intended for women to stay at home with their fathers until a man came through and said, "Hey, I saw your virgin daughter out there, man, washing the car, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want her, man. So you tell me, let's sit down and talk. Sit down and talk. You know, matter of fact, you come on around there to the restaurant around. Now come around to my restaurant. We'll sit down over dinner. We'll do this, man. So tell me, man, what it is, what it gonna take for you to let that daughter of yours, man, get away from the house. I know you love her, but you can trust her with me, man. You can trust her with me. I'm gonna take care of her, man. And I'm not gonna do anything to her or you know harm her in any way that you wouldn't. So the way you protect her, I'm gonna protect her the same way, man. And that's how it was. She didn't have no time to be traipsing around out here in the street and living the life and living, I mean, you got these women, man, they out here, man, they living their best life. They living their best life. And that's just not the way it was intended to be. So the only woman you're gonna come across who's not out there living like that is the pick me. That's just the reality. Now, another thing is this, man, and this is what I want all you men to understand so you won't get caught up in a situation like this guy. It's better to live in your car. In your car. I ain't talking about sleep in your car for a night. I'm talking about live in your car. Go to the gym and take a shower with the gym. You know what going to the gym, taking a shower at the gym makes you do? Work out every day. If you got to live in your car, go to the gym, take a shower at the gym. It's better to do that than to be resigned to verbal jousting with a combative bra. I'm not finna be verbally jousting with no woman, man. We're not finna have no back and forth. We're not finna do none of that at all. Because if me and her ain't together, that's her loss. It's always gonna be her loss. It is never a loss for you and a woman not to be together. It's always her loss. But we live in a society that tells you to have that beta male outlook. Well, man, oh, that's a good one right there, man. I'll let her go, man. I'm being bad shape, man. I'm being bad. I'm all, man. Every day gonna be gloomy, man, because ain't no sunshine when she's gone. That's what you're gonna be saying, man. And that's just not the way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be her loss. Because here's the thing. If you and a woman ain't together, you go back to your fantastic single life, which you can live for years. You go back to your fantastic single life, right? And, other than that, you got to keep in mind, man, that life is what it is, man. And the bottom line is, hey, yo, man, I am reading online, man. It might just be a rumor, man, but it's picking up some steam, man, that I don't know, man. It's picking up some steam, man, saying Kevin Samuel passed away, man. I don't know. Y'all look into it, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't, that's you know what I'm saying. That's a bad look, man. That's a bad look. But I'll tell y'all like this too, man. I'll tell y'all like this. Compromising with a woman or going along to get along for the sake of a modern relationship is the most detrimental thing you can do as far as maintaining your masculine alpha edge in this life. The worst thing you can do is compromise or go along to get along for the sake of a modern relationship. And I say modern relationships because modern relationships are less fulfilling and less pleasurable than any point in history. And I've researched for men, modern relationships are absolutely the absolute worst investment of your time, effort, and energy. Because gone are the days where a woman has to give everything she has to stay in the situation. Because divorcing a man ain't nothing, going to marry another man ain't nothing, having a husband, having a man on the side ain't nothing, having 3 men, having 10. There are no parameters by which a woman's marriage worthiness are gauged. There's always somebody that's going to marry her. So the bottom line is you have to stand on your square when it comes to being in these modern relationships. Don't compromise nothing. Because even when you don't compromise, as a man, you're still getting the short end of the stick when it comes to the modern relationship. You're just going to get the short end of the stick, man, because provision and protection is more valuable than anything in the world. all throughout the animal kingdom, provision and protection is what alphas are made of. All throughout, that's your job, provision and protection. You do it for yourself, and when you can do it for yourself effectively, then everybody who come around you at that point, you do it for them too. What do they give you in return? Loyalty, dedication, shut upness, obedience, all of these things, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of it. And I hope they're just passing the rumor around, man. I see my brother GMB just came in the joint, man. Salute to the brother GMB. Salute, man. Appreciate the $50 sponsorship of the show, man. Let me do that again. Salute to the brother GMB in the building, man. Salute. Bro say, Book, you're a real hot today, brother. Flames, hashtag me in first. Hashtag me in first all day, brother. Salute to you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Y'all go subscribe to the brother GMB, man. There's one of the few places you can go, man, and he just get it in over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Just go through his catalog, man. I promise you, man, you will not be disappointed. So here's the thing, man. They say things have changed. But let me tell y'all something my granddad told me. My granddad told me, boy, even when you get my age, the game gonna still be the same. And I ain't know what he was talking about. I thought he was talking about, man, games I played, football, but I ain't know what he was talking about. But that's the thing about having people around you to drop gems on you. So you notice a woman always come through in the comments and say, I don't understand this. Okay. But there's some men who don't understand it. But they're gonna log it in their mental Rolodeck. And then when they get to the point of understanding, then they're gonna be like, that's what BOA meant. This content is not for women to understand. It's really not. It's for them to pick what they can enjoy and leave the rest to the men. That's what this is about. Honestly. You know what I'm saying? I do not make content for women on this particular platform. Are they invited to listen? Yes. Come through, listen. Get what you can. If you got some sons, come through. Get what you can. Take it back to them. That's the best way for you to teach your sons is to listen to a man and take that lesson back to your son. That's the best way. If you don't have a man to do it, then you listen to a man who gives the information, take it to your sons. If they're old enough, put them up on me. You understand? But that's what you have to do. It's the only way you can teach them properly. You have to go and repeat what a man says. Don't try to do it from your own feminine perspective. But the reality is, man, yes, times have changed a whole lot. The internet has changed times so much. Time changed, but the game's still the same. You know what I'm saying? If men play by the rules of the game, if men play by the rules of the game, then things will instantaneously flip back to what they should be. But the problem is, too many men want game, but they don't want the rules of the game. Game will get you so far, but the rules of the game will make you a master of your life. It will make you a master of your environment. It will make you a master of your domain. So just remember that, man. Times change, but the game's still the same. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. We're going to get slide out here, man. We've been here about an hour and a half. Y'all know I don't do that 2-3 hour thing. I just can't do it, man. Ain't for me. When I look up and it been 2 hours, man, I'd be like, woo, man, I must have been cooking today, boy. Cause I know I'm don't cook that long. The food be done in an hour, hour and a half over here, man. Listen, man, we got other things to do. You understand? So we going to cook about an hour, hour and a half, then we going to eat. Then we going to sit down. You understand? Take a little break, let that food settle, or we go work out. That's what we going to do, man. So, look at him, man. I appreciate y'all being in the joint. Famo, SJ3, my brother, salute, flawless. I see you the major way in the building, man. AJ in the building too. Sai, what up, man? I see you in the building. Y'all subscribe to my brother Sai as well, man. Okie doke, I see you in the building too, man. Warhammer came through. Again, my brother GMB, I appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate sponsorship of the show, man. Y'all slide on over there and check G out, man. Chris, what up, man? I appreciate you being in the joint. I see all the brothers in the building, man. Look at here, man. We're going to go ahead and slide on out here. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That's the end of the show. And I don't know where y'all finna go. But when you get there, tell me you just left the atmosphere. Well, alphas up, betas down is the motto. Peace.
Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
You see, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-uppiness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-uppiness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though.